Hey, what is up guys, Boo here, back with a brand new video, and today we are going to be doing part 11 of What If Deku Had the Speed Force. So without further ado, let's get straight into it and play that intro. After deciding to go with the Endeavor Agency, Deku gets himself ready for the next few days. And then a few days passes, and the day finally arrives. Class 1A meets outside of the train station, getting ready to split up for their internships. Before leaving though, Ochiko and Deku talk to Ida and ask how he's doing. Ida smiles, saying there's nothing to worry about. Todoroki next to Deku says that they need to get going. They both get onto the train and head to the Endeavor Agency. Todoroki on their way thanks Deku again for helping him realize that his power is his own and that he should just embrace it. Deku tells him that it's no problem and that they should just focus on the internships ahead. Todoroki looks shocked and asks Deku why he's so determined. Deku tells him that he's looking forward to training with him in Endeavor since it can help him learn more skills that he needs in order to become a hero who can save everybody. Todoroki says that's classic Midoriya as they arrive at the agency. Endeavor greets them, shouting that it's time for Todoroki to get himself ready for training. While Deku goes to introduce himself, Endeavor stops him mid-sentence saying that, "Listen kid, I'm only allowing you to become an intern at my agency because of Shoto, so don't get any crazy ideas. I want to make my son the #1 hero, and I want to train him personally." Todoroki snaps back at Endeavor saying nothing of the sort will happen unless Deku is treated with respect. Todoroki is mad at this, and then Deku tells him to take a deep breath. Endeavor, still mad about Todoroki's comment as well, calms down and says hi to Deku. The three of them head out for patrol after putting on their costumes, with Endeavor telling them that their challenge will be taking out a villain before he does. Deku smirks, thinking to himself how easy this will be because of his super speed. Then Endeavor stops Deku and tells him that he'll only be able to use his quirk when fighting. Deku asks why this is the case, and Endeavor lets him know that even though he can fight with his powers and he can run and really fast with his powers, what happens if his powers are at his absolute limit and he can't use his quirk anymore? He has to be ready for the worst case scenario, so he needs to build up all the excess energy he has for those dangerous situations. Deku understands this, and then they go out to train. A few days pass, and Todoroki and Deku still can't keep up with Endeavor. Both are exhausted, and Endeavor tells them that they can't be top heroes at this rate, and that they need to train harder. Deku, getting annoyed mentally, starts to wonder why he can't just use his quirk because he hasn't had to worry about being too exhausted to use his quirk yet. Endeavor tells them to go and grab some food to reveal themselves as he goes out on patrol. Deku and Todoroki walk past to get some food when a villain bumps into them, running as fast as he can with a bunch of stolen goods. Deku grabs his heavy grocery bag full of food, activating his quirk immediately, spinning it round and round, and then finally letting go, hitting the villain in the head. With the villain being confused as to what hit him, turned around, and then all of a sudden Deku is right under him, punching him in the gut. The villain falls to the floor as Todoroki catches up with Deku, saying that it was impressive what he did, as the cops come to arrest the villain. Deku and Todoroki walk back to the agency, with Deku now understanding what Endeavor's lesson was, because if he had been using his quirk the entire day, he would have definitely had been exhausted at that point and wouldn't have been able to stop the villain. Nighttime arrives, and Deku and Todoroki are almost ready to go home for the day, when Endeavor tells them to suit up and that they're going to Hosu City. When Deku asks why, Endeavor says that there is a bunch of villains loose. Endeavor lets them know they're purely on rescue only, since they don't have hero licenses yet, so it's illegal for them to hurt villains. Deku thinks about earlier that day, thinking how if the cops spotted him using his quirk, he would have been arrested. Trying not to think about it more, Endeavor tells them to hurry up as they head to Hosu City. They arrive at the city, and the city is in utter chaos. People are running for their lives, and Deku sees that one of the monsters is about to kill a civilian, and instinctively dashes towards them, carrying them to safety. Endeavor immediately says, "Nice job, Flash, but make sure you're quicker next time." Deku yells, "Yes, sir," and keeps sprinting. Deku realizes something while saving citizens, however. One, that these monsters are the Nomus that he encountered at the USJ, and two, Ida has to be somewhere in the city and is probably going after the hero killer, since the hero killer was last found in Hosu, since he wants to probably get revenge on his brother's injuries. Deku immediately turns to Todoroki after realizing that Ida might be in danger, and says that he's going to look for Ida since he has a really bad feeling. Todoroki tells him to wait for him, but as he says this, Deku is gone. Deku starts doing a city search to no avail, and then he thinks to himself that he needs to think more calmly and think, where could the hero killer be? Deku thinks about it more and decides to look in shady alleys. Deku sprints to one of the alleys and sees Ida on the floor. Deku runs to Ida wondering what happened. Ida cries, saying that he couldn't avenge his brother, and then dies. Deku looks horrified as he sees his friend's eyes close as he's holding his friend in his arms. Deku, filled with rage, starts sprinting at full speed, thinking how if he had only known where Ida was, things could have played differently. He might have been able to save Ida. Deku runs faster and faster, screaming to himself that whoever did this to Ida will pay, and then all of a sudden, a portal opens. Deku, wiping the tears from his eyes, didn't see this portal open though, and completely, full speed ahead, dashes into it. Then all of a sudden, after he finishes wiping his eyes, he looks up and sees that it's bright morning all of a sudden. Deku, panicking since the city was just under attack and completely darkly lit, runs all the way back to the Endeavor Agency, with Todoroki asking him why he's in his hero suit. Deku says, "What are you talking about?" and they need to go back to Hosu immediately. Todoroki says, "Calm down, it's only 9 a.m. Deku gets confused, saying 9 a.m.? And Todoroki says, "Yes, 9 a.m. Now hurry up and let's get inside." Deku walks inside the agency, wondering what had just happened. Boom! That is it for this video, guys. So if you enjoyed and want more, be sure to like, favorite, comment, subscribe. I don't know if you can hear my dog barking in the background, but if you can, I'm sorry. So if you guys enjoyed, again, like, favorite, comment, subscribe. We'll shoot for 100 likes. I feel like that won't happen right away. So let's go ahead for the like goal of 100 likes, and then I'll release part 12. So yeah, stay tuned for that, and I'll see you guys next time. Peace out. Bye-bye.